Up until this year, I never really got platformers. I had played a few, and to me they were just impossibly hard, frustrating, and unforgiving 2D games like Super Mario and Donkey Kong. Even with Crash Bandicoot, I felt like it was just punishing to the point where I wasn't having fun anymore. The crazy part was that these were the games that seemed to be most beloved by young children and people that don't play games very often. Even though I enjoy challenging games, I had written platformers off completely as a genre that was just not for me. I was wrong. Earlier this year, I watched a video by Mark Brown called The Mechanics of Movement. It completely opened my eyes to what a platformer even is. I realized I had been playing and enjoying platformers my whole life, maybe not in the traditional sense, but in the way any game that has a focus on movement and creates the core challenge around movement, rather than just killing people. It really was a mind-opening moment. Around last Christmas, I put about 100 hours into Stranding. I didn't really know why. I didn't realize at the time everyone hated it, because I wanted to avoid spoilers. But even though it has some horrible flaws, like a fucking insane energy drink sponsorship, I really found it quite amazing. Here was a game that turned what was essentially the core of 90% of games, moving from place to place doing fetch quests, and made it the focus of the gameplay. It tried its best to strip away all the excess bullshit mechanics games usually pile on there, although it definitely still has most of them, to provide an experience I'd never considered. Think about it. You are in complete control of your character. The movement has weight and momentum, and you've got to consider each step you take and make constant decisions about the best way to get to your destination. The fun isn't getting to the destination to fight some guys or to complete a quest. The fun is in the movement itself. And if you've been listening to what I said earlier, you'll probably realize why I'm a fucking idiot. What I've just described is the entire basis behind the existence of a little known genre called platformers. It's like I didn't even think or realize the game designers behind platformers had brains. I didn't realize they had been making what Death Stranding was imitating for years and years, and the worst part is I'd been playing them. The games at the top of the genre make moving your character feel amazing. Every touch of the controller makes it feel like you're moving a real person somehow. It feels great to do all these little tricks with your thumbs, and the best examples allow masters to flex their skills, while beginners can go at their own pace. So now to the true revelation. I've played a decent amount of games this year. I played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and even though the gameplay seemed so basic, I realized the movement and jumping and flying was just so satisfying. I felt truly badass to be Alucard. He felt so smooth and so cool to control, and I realized this game is a fucking platformer, except I could go at my own pace. Very few of the platforming elements have harsh consequences, or are even difficult, and there are no sections in the game where you can fall to your death. I'm still playing the PS1 Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and Tomb Raider, and realize these games have just no filler at all. The entire focus is on movement. Even with a set goal in mind, every jump and combo is an achievement in its own right. You might not get a high score, or lose a bit of health, but the consequences for failing are relatively low compared to a typical 2D platformer. Once again, the fun isn't at some end location, it's the journey. I've just picked up a 3DS with Mario 3D Land, and after about 5 minutes I immediately went out and bought Odyssey. This wasn't frustrating gameplay, it was amazing. Odyssey pushes the movement as gameplay as a concept even further. Here is a game where I have so much fun literally running backwards and forwards doing triple jumps and hat throws, rolls and bounces. Every single movement is so rewarding and precise and just amazing. I felt compelled to get every moon I could, pushing myself to my limits, but knowing I can breeze through a level with just a few moons if I really wanted to. I choose the difficulty myself within the game by deciding which moons I want to get. Fuck the tank sections, but beyond those it is truly a masterpiece of gaming, and a game I would recommend to anyone of any age or interest. I'm looking forward to playing all the masterpieces I've missed. To anyone that likes games, please join me in hoping for less shooting and more movement-orientated games for the masses. Thank you, Mario, for countering my skepticism with sick gameplay. Thank you, Mark Brown, for showing me what games can be. And thank you for watching. Bye.